Yeah, for him to be so young, it had
Hmm.
to like I just watching a bunch of doctors talk about it. He may have had underlying issues before, but basically one doctor described it as him getting struck by lightning. That's basically what happened.
Jeez.
He got hit at the perfect, well, not the perfect, but he got hit at the right time to basically where his heart stopped. But on to some sadder news that what the better now. On Monday Night Football, Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field, went through cardiac arrest.
Yeah, I remember I was texting you about that because I saw that.
Yeah, because I wasn't watching it.
Yeah, I was watching that, and the thing is this: so it was a hit that he took right to the chest, and I remember watching it. He jumped right up, and then as soon as he jumped up, he fell right back down. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, "Oh shoot, it may concussion, something like that. Maybe he got his bell rung or something like that." But after a while, the trainers were on the team, and then soon the medics. They were on the field, and they were on the field for a while, like a good while. And it was just basically the game was being postponed, and people, the team, they were in prayer, things like that, so showing their support. But another thing I'd never seen like an ambulance. Soon they had to bring the ambulance on the field after a while, so that's something I'd never seen.
It's happened in the past. But I don't think anyone ever went through cardiac arrest on the field.
Yeah.
I think one NFL player died on the field. Maybe I may be wrong. I have to do more research. But yeah, for him to be so young, it had to I just watching a bunch of doctors talk about it. He may have had underlying issues before, but basically one doctor described it as him getting struck by lightning. That's basically what happened. He got hit at the perfect, well, not the perfect, but he got hit at the right time to basically where his heart stopped.
God.
Yeah. So people don't realize when your heart stops, you don't immediately die. You're still alive for a little bit. The blood just isn't pumping anymore. That's why he probably stood up and immediately just felt weak because the blood wasn't getting to his brain anymore. But yeah, he just collapsed on the field. When you text me, I immediately cut the game on because I was watching the Bulls game. But I immediately cut it on. I saw the replays. So I saw the hit and just seeing the players crying. I had no idea how serious it actually. I don't think anyone knew how serious it actually was, except the people there.
It was a general concern for him. Yeah, general concern. And the thing is this too. I know a lot of people are expecting the game to continue, but I show mad respect for the fact that they postponed everything. To make sure not just, Damar Hamlin was all right, but just make sure the teams are all right. And the teams are, both showing their support. Like I said earlier, showing their support and making sure this is a game. This is a game, but this is at the same time, this is somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure everybody's okay. We can't just continue. Oh, he fell down and he's being dealt with. So we got to continue. No, man, they showed more importance to the fact that they're taking time out for, the player and making sure he's all right.
Yeah, the NFL doesn't have the best track record for caring about their players.
Yeah.
I truly believe that the NFL would have let the game keep going. I don't think the players would have played. I think that's what made the game be postponed. I don't think the game is even going to happen now.
No, it's canceled.
I think that's what. Yeah, I think that's what it really was. I think the players refused to play. I'm like, how can you just watch a player fighting for his life on the field? I don't think I can play a football game right now. That's their teammate, that's their brother, that's somebody they care about. Both sides. It's somebody. The NFL at the end of the day is it's no different than a frat. It's like a brotherhood.
Yep.
So people are genuinely concerned about him. Forget the game. Hopefully this kid makes his young kid, 24 years old. That's young. He has a long future ahead of him.
And you can see the emotion, from the players, the coaches on both sides, and even in the press conference. it was just a super, super serious moment. Like, and honestly, I'd never, ever seen anything like that. As far as like two teams coming together for for one player like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's at the end of the day, it was about making sure that this young man will fight to see another day, and he's doing a lot better. He's talking, he's doing better. And the player that he tackled, T. Higgins, was actually, I think he's been at the hospital with this guy every day. And people have the audacity to scrutinize him, saying it's his fault. He's playing football.
Yeah.
How is it? He can't control that. That's not his fault. How is that his fault? You know what I mean? Like they're playing football. That was a normal football play. Like for those of you who don't know, I played football for 12 years. Around that time, give or take a few years, it was just a normal play. It just was a freak accident. To try to blame T. Higgins is very insensitive. It's very like you lack empathy. You don't even know what he's going through. They said he was crying. He was crying at his mom's shoulder, bro. That's how bad he felt and how much it impacted him as well. So people need to people making those comments towards him, you guys need to stop.
And here's the thing too. How many times has a play like that happened? And they, what I'm saying, like nothing freak or nothing, no one's been a concussion or had, some type of injury. How many times has someone been hit in that part of their body and they just get up and, just brush it off and on to the next snap? So you can't really say that it was intentional or that, it's his fault. I mean, it was just an unfortunate event. That's all it was.
It was a freak accident.
A lot of things can happen in football. You could break, a joint. You could, have a concussion, anything like that.
Players have been paralyzed, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Sterling Sharp was a beast. Shannon Sharp's older brother, which we'll get into in a little bit, but he was paralyzed on the field at one point. So it happens, man.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, sometimes people just say the craziest things and they don't fully understand the situation.